Hello, everyone. Welcome to our class today. My name is Amy Robison. I am a designer with Silhouette. And you guys, I am so excited to be teaching you in the Silhouette studio today. We are going to be doing something so fun. We're going to be taking artwork. So it can be your artwork. It can be your children's artwork. And I am going to teach you how to take just little drawings like this, and we're going to turn them into cut files so that you can use them with your Silhouette. Silhouette has so many fun products too, like heat transfer. You've got vinyl you can stick on cups and other surfaces. You can use vinyl on like little wood keychains, signs on your wall. It's just a great way to personalize gifts. And I thought since Valentine's is coming up that we will do a Valentine project. So I had my kids draw some little Valentine pictures. I said some things you could write are I love you or be mine. And then they just went crazy with everything else, like a praying mantis, because why not, right? We also have, look, this one, isn't that cute? So they scribbled not scribbled, they drew pictures all over these papers. And then I'm going to show you how to put those. We're going to put them into the Silhouette studio and create our cut files and then show you how to take them piece by piece. So if you don't have room on your mug for this whole sheet right here, I'll show you how to pull just be mine or I love you, like I did on this mug right here. So that's what we're doing today, you guys. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. Okay, let's jump right into Silhouette Studio. Well, actually, before we do that, let me first tell you how to do to get your picture ready so that you can put it into Silhouette Studio. So as you can see, I just use white paper and a black marker. The higher the contrast in the ink from your paper, the better it will be and the easier it will be. So black and white will work really great for this. Or even like this dark maroon Sharpie, that would work well too. So you just want a high contrast, then you're going to take a picture of it. So on your phone, you can, I don't know if you guys have noticed this sometimes, but if you go to take a picture like this and you hover over, you're not going to see it here because they have excellent lighting. But at home, if you just have those ceiling lights, you're going to have like a shadow of your phone. Have you guys seen that? So if you're doing it at night and you want to get a picture, if you don't have a scanner would work great. Just pick it up and hold it right here and then take your picture. Okay, so it's okay if your thumb is in a corner, but then you don't get those shadows of you leaning over for the photo. You want to take it as straight on as you can so that you don't have any skewing of the design. And then once it's in there, just your basic phone photo editing app will help you to increase the contrast. So some things to look for when you are editing your photo. That is a hard word for me to say right now. You want to increase the contrast. So if you've got something like, as you go through your sliders of things to choose, increase contrast. You can look at your shadows, make those darker, your highlights brighter. We just wanted, and I mean, it's going to be, you might be sliding those things way left, way right. But we just want to get it so that you're a very white background and then your illustrations are very dark. Okay, so it looks like this. If you scan it in, you probably won't have to do much editing. But if you just take a photo, you might have to play with that a little bit. It's not hard because you're not trying to get a million colors right. You're just trying to get this white and this black. So I'm not worried about any of you. You've got this. It's going to be so easy. So once you've got your picture done, like I said, you can scan it or you can just take a photo with your phone and you've put it in your computer. Now I'm going to show you how to take it from your computer and put it in Silhouette Studio. And then we're going to create the cut file. Okay, here we go. You guys got this. All right. Let's go right over here. Let me share my screen with you. See if I can do this. I did it. See, it's going to be a great class. We got this. Okay. I am going to, let's see. I have got like a little bubble. Oh, I can move it for the Zoom class. You guys can't see it, but I could. It was right in the middle of my screen. Okay, so you can see I've already been playing around, but we are going to start fresh. So I am just going to make a new artboard. And if you'll see, can you guys see my mouse right here at the top where it lists? You're going to click on the plus sign, and that will give you a whole new clean artboard. Like if only it was this easy to clean up in real life, right? Just press a button, we've got a new blank workspace. I was gonna say work desk. Okay, now we're going to go up to File, and we're going to say Open, actually Library, sorry. And we're gonna import to our library. Okay. And then you're just going to find wherever it is on your computer. Mine is just right here. I've got it already. I'm going to do Valentine Rem because I think that's the one I've already got in there. So I have two. These are my two artworks that I have scanned in. We got Valentine Rem. And I'm going to select OK. And then it brings it into my library. So my library is right over here in this tab. And I'm going to scroll down. You can see I've already got it in there. We're going to do it again. I'm just going to double click on it. And now it's in here. So this class is unique in that we won't be using cut files from the design store this time. We get to make our own, which is so fun. Okay, so as you can see right now, like this isn't going to work, right? So we are going to go up to our panels, okay? You have this option here, or you know what, let me make this bigger. Is it going to go bigger? There it goes. So this panels menu right here is the same as this menu right over here on the right. This just has pictures, this has the words. So we are gonna go to trace. So I've selected trace. And you can see it's highlighted over here that this is our trace menu. Okay, and in trace, we need to select our trace area. So I'm going to select that. Let's trace everything. So we're going to select everything right there. You can see that it turned yellow. Now, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit to help us see this a little bit better. I want to go out just a little bit so I can see it. We are going to go down this menu, and you guys can see how we adjust things to get it to trace the way we want. Now, I'm going to be focusing on more this stuff in the center. We don't need these right here because those are just scribbles that he crossed out. He doesn't want those included, okay? So on the right in our menu, I'm gonna like exaggerate them to show you the difference. So you can see nothing's really being traced, or you can see right here, it's leaving out some of the detail, which doesn't matter on these because we're not using them. But if I zoom in, you can see some of the detail is lost. If I go all the way to the right, we can see it's getting too much. It's getting like little specks that might be hard for us to see. On the right, it's counting those too. Usually the default is a pretty good setting, but we're just going to scroll through and show you what each of them do. Okay, so the next one, the default, like I think it's great where it's at. Maybe we want to increase it, and as you move your slider, you can see what it does. Sometimes they make a huge difference. Sometimes they don't make a difference at all. So this one took a little bit of time to catch up, and I moved before you could see, but let's give it just a second. It deselected some of these. So you see, oh, that's too high. Let's go back down here where we can have all of our block lines still selected. Okay, and then that might not be great. Let's take that back down for this project. And the scale. So 10 looked great. Let's move it up just to show you what it does. Okay, so it's a little more pixely. which, hey, might be fun if you're doing some video game illustrations from your kids or something. Okay, we're going to slide that back down. This all looks the way I like it. I'm going to hit trace. If I select this trace button, it's going to trace the inside line and the outside, which is what I want. If I trace outer edge, it's going to give me just the outside shape of the heart and it won't cut out the center. Okay, I want to trace all of it just the way it is. Now, sometimes there's some things you've got to play with when you get here. So I'm going to move this to the side. And whenever I am working in files, I always like to make a duplicate before I start messing around with things. Before I start deleting objects that might be these that I don't want, or I start moving points, I'm just going to make a copy. Okay. So now that I've got it selected and you can see my bounding box here, I'm going to go to edit, down to duplicate, or you can see here's your keyboard shortcut. Okay. And I'm just going to move that over here. One of the things I love about this program is that you can have a messy workspace. So I can bring all of this over here. I don't have to worry about it being cut. The only thing that's going to cut is inside of here. Okay. So I can keep that close and handy if I need it later. But when I am designing, everything around my cutting mat is like a mess, because if I'm going to make any sort of big changes, I'm always like, oh, we better copy where I'm at now. And then I'll keep working in case I don't like the changes I made. I can revert back to where I was without having to hit undo a million times. Or it also allows you to compare different things, right? Different steps you're in. Okay, now we're going to go to edit. Let's see, actually, I want to go to object. And you can go to convert to path. Did I do that? Let's try release compound path. There we go. Now you can see these are each individual cut files right here. Now I've moved that out. I don't like where I've moved it. I'm going to undo it. You can go up here to edit, undo, or you can do the keyboard shortcut. Okay. So now I can go through and I'm going to start deleting all of these things out that we don't need. And I'm going to zoom in so we can see a little bit easier. There's this little piece right here. You guys see that? Which you can clean up after when you're cutting out something, you can weed that out, but we're just going to delete it now since we see it. Okay, these hearts got a little lost in becoming a cut file because they were colored in solid. And I like the way these look up here. So I normally wouldn't advertise to change the artwork a ton. Like, I think it's cute that these don't meet up. But you can, you know what, I'm going to show you how to edit them anyway right now, in case it's something you're doing later and you just want it to line up. Let's see. What am I trying to do? Undo. There we go. Also, before we move on, can you see that these are moving independently? Let's go ahead and group those together so that they stay together when we move them. So I'm going to draw a box over both of them. You can see they're both selected. There's a gray box here for the inner heart and a gray bounding box right here for the outer heart. We're just going to go up to edit, nope, to object, sorry, and then group. And now those will move as one object, and it makes it a lot easier to keep things together. So I'm going to copy this. You can go to edit, copy, I didn't hit duplicate. So we've got to hit paste. If you copy, you also have to do paste. If you do duplicate, it'll just automatically copy and paste it for you. Okay, let's zoom in here on this one. If you wanted to correct this, which I love that it's there, but if it's your own artwork or sometimes you just need something, you need to edit points, maybe to connect them or to make it easier for cutting, you're going to select it and then we go right here to edit points. Do you see this right here? Has a little square, almost like if you were to draw a bird, it's upside down and it has that little square. So we are going to select that and then we click on here. Let's see, do we need to, I just did this last night, you guys. Here we go. Let's see if we can, what if we convert that to a path? Will that work? You guys, I kind of like when things don't go perfectly because then it helps you, we all troubleshoot together, right? Even though I just did this last night and again before. Object, make compound path. There it is. Okay. I am so sorry, you guys, but now we know, right? We all got to problem solve that together. So now when we select it and we have these points, this lets us, when we push on one, select one of those, we can totally distort and change our shape to create something new. So I'm going to undo that. You can also select them and hit delete and it will take them out. Okay, so if you wanted to delete it, you could. And then let me get in real close right here. These little handlebars will change your line. So if you've deleted something and you need to smooth it out, you can use these to control how your line goes, okay? They can be a little confusing once you start using them, but the more you use them, like, you will love it because you will have so much more control over your custom designs. Okay, so I'm going to delete this because I actually don't want that one. I like this one, shows a little more character. Okay, and let's zoom out. These hearts, I think I'm going to replace them with these hearts because you can tell a little bit better when we're cutting them out what they are. So you can just move all of this around. Oh, I need to group that. I can also hit Command G and that will group. As you work in the program more, you will get familiar with these these keyboard shortcuts. So every time you go to paste, just take a look that it's Command V and you'll get quicker because you won't have to go up to the menus. Okay, let's cut out. How about we cut out I love you? So I am going to group that together. I've selected all of the pieces. Actually, I'm going to select love first in case we want to rearrange this. And you, and now I'm going to do all of it together. Okay, and now I'm going to move that up there. And we're going to zoom out a little bit. And I'm going to take this, I'm just going to group it so that I can move it on and off easier because I can always ungroup. And now we've scooped, that's off to the side. Remember, if you feel like I need to go a little bit slower, you can always rewatch the playback of this and pause and take it step by step once you have your illustrations in there. So don't worry about trying to remember every step because there will be this video will be available again later where you can pause and go at your own pace, or if you already know some of these things, you can speed it up too. Okay, so we're going to cut out I love you. I'm going to do object ungroup And remember that I grouped these before, so they're going to stay. If I ungroup them one more time, then we got our individual letters, okay? So there's the individual letters. Also, I'm going to leave the spacing. I love that the L's a little bit further away. It just adds a little more character, right? So we're going to select group again, and I'm going to keep it together. Now, you can, if you were doing a board, if you were putting it on like a wall or something that was longer, it would be cute to leave it just like this. I wouldn't enlarge this. I think it's cute that U is smaller than love. But if you have more of a square thing, you can always rearrange that it's I love you. Yeah, you can move it around and play around because now it's a cut file that you can change and you can enlarge it. We can make it bigger to fit our project. We can make it smaller. Okay, so I just have some vinyl and I'm going to be putting this on a cup. So I actually want to do it up and down. Or do we have it go all the way around the cup? I know. What would you guys do? Vote. I'll show you other stuff. Vote. Do we do it like this? Or, and I'm going to have McKenna tell me what you guys decided. It's just one of those tumblers, a little tumbler cup. Should we have it wrap around or should we have it stack like this? McKenna, you tell me if they vote. Stacked. Okay. You win. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Let's also grab some hearts. I think some hearts would be really fun on this. So they were over here. I'm going to ungroup this so that I can pull the hearts out. Oh, I didn't group that one. So let's undo. We're going to group it, Command G, or remember, you can go up here to Object and Group. And we're going to pull some of these hearts out of here. And it's okay if I've messed up this whole compilation of how they have it, because I've got the original back here. So if I wanted to cut out all of these hearts together on something else, I've got it over here. Right now, I'm just going to use it to do the pieces. Okay. So, okay. We're going to get rid of this again, bring it to the side. And I'm going to turn on, I'm going to go up here to page, to my page setup, and I'm going to turn on my grid. Because I kind of like knowing that this is an inch, helps me gauge things. You can also know by when you select it, it will show right here how large your object is. But as I'm playing around, it's nice for me to just have the guide from the grid behind, okay? So how big should I do this? Let's maybe say this middle part. Sorry, you guys. Let's move these hearts out of here. Okay, and we're going to group this as one. And then we can shrink it and make it larger as one piece. Okay, we'll do it about that size. And then I'm just going to throw in some hearts around here. Or we could do a whole cluster. Okay, another vote. Let's vote on the design again. I hope you guys enjoy this. I love having you decide. So we can do hearts around here and I put it all on the cup as one, or I can cut several hearts out and we can do polka dots around the entire cup. By polka dots, I mean hearts. So I can cut random hearts to put all around the cup, or we just stick a few hearts around the center thing. So vote center or polka dots. What do you guys think? I'll start working on this while you guys decide, and then that might give you a better. Equal. Ah. Okay. This one. Okay. Then we will. The great thing is when you guys make yours at home, you can do exactly how you like it. Okay. I'm also going to turn this sideways. I mean, it's not much of a difference. It's almost square, but I'm just going to use less vinyl if I do that, right? So let's turn it sideways. And we're going to get a bunch of these hearts. And once I've got a few lined up, oh, I like that cute little one. So that duplicated because I used the keyboard shortcut. I didn't go up to File, Duplicate, if you're wondering how that happened. Okay, and I know that I can go down to at least here because I'm going to cut my vinyl. I'm just going to cut a straight line all the way across. So I'm going to fill this in with some hearts. Maybe we'll flip these hearts. Should we mirror? Let's mirror those. If you go to the right column, you see this image right here. It kind of looks like a piece that's been rotated in different directions. And we are going to mirror. So you can mirror up and down, that this will flip these upside down, but we're just going to mirror them right to left, because I think that might be cute if we have these little overhang on the hearts, some on the left and some on the right. Okay. Do we have any questions so far, McKenna? Everybody feeling good? Feeling good about your design choices? I'm feeling good about your design choices. Okay, let's double check how our page is set up. So top right column, we're getting ready to cut, okay? I am going to be cutting vinyl on the mat this time because I just have a little bit left. So I love that you can cut it on the mat or you can cut it without. So I've got my Cameo 12 by 12 mat in. Media size, I just left it 12 by 12, but I can also adjust it to the size of my scrap. So I've got 12-inch wide by about 4.5. So that shows how much vinyl I have. Okay. I hope this I love you is big enough, or does it need to be bigger? We are going to find out. I should have measured, but hey, we're flying by the seat of our pants right now and we are having a good time. Okay, so we have it all set up and we're going to hit send up here on the top right. Now I'm going to select my material I am cutting. I have vinyl. Smooth. Oh, that's heat transfer. I don't have heat transfer. There we go. I have vinyl. We'll just say glossy. Nope, matte. There it is. Matte vinyl. Okay. I generally like to bump this up one notch just in case, but let's go ahead and do a test cut. And sometimes I like to cut a little faster because I'm a rebel like that, you guys. So we are going to do a test cut. First, we have to load this in the machine. Okay, so I'm going to go right here and load the machine. You'll see that I've got the vinyl on top. So I have set it up on my mat exactly like it shows in Silhouette Studio. So I've got my piece of vinyl at the top. It's mirroring exactly what I see on my screen. Then there's this gray line right here. And we are going to line it up the edge with that gray line, okay? And I'm going to make sure it's against my roller feeders. And do this arrow button and it loads it in. Okay. Now, let me share my screen with you again so that you can see how we're going to cut it. We're going to do a test cut. I guess I didn't need to share my screen because now you want to watch a cut. Sorry, guys. Okay. Here we go. Is it in there? There it is. Okay. And it has this little triangle that it cuts inside a square. Cut through beautifully. So we know those cut settings are correct. I'm just going to stick that little scrap on there. Now I'll load it in again. There we go. And I'm not going to make you watch me click the send button this time. So we'll just hit send and then we'll watch it go through. Now, I just realized that you guys are going to have to wait for me to cut all of those hearts. That's okay, because we're going to do little polka dots all the way around. So while it cuts, I just want to show you a few things that you could put it on. So we have like these little plants. So you can see this is some artwork on a plant, but like we could turn it around, put our Be Mine on here. Would this be cute to give to a teacher or a grandparent? Oh my goodness, I just thought of this. How about Teacher Appreciation Day? And your kids could write a little note to their teacher, put it on a potted plant. That would be adorable. I'm loving that. Might see it on my blog later. Okay, and we've got this cup right here. So this is the same artwork before. So we've got the little Be Mine, and then a little heart on the back. This is just vinyl. What I love is you can see, guys, I asked my son to just draw anything for me to turn into artwork, and he did a snail. He's 5, and I was like, that's a great idea. So this is a little bag for him to take to the library. And everybody can customize their own bags, or if it's like a beach bag, everybody gets to design their own, put whatever artwork they want. These are little dish towels. I thought this could be cute to give away as gifts. So Christmas, which has passed, but Valentine's Day, that would be cute to do a little Be Mine on there. And then you can give them away as gifts, or it'd be cute just hanging on in your house, in your kitchen, your kids' artwork, a Be Mine or I love you on there. And then t-shirts. So I don't know about you guys, but my kids love making t-shirts. And so this one they thought was super cool. And what I love about it is if they've got like, if your kids are into making videos and they want to have all matching shirts for that, or maybe your kid has like a lawn mowing business, they can drop a logo and you can print t-shirts for them. Silhouette also has like these fun like sticker paper, shrink plastic that you can print it out on and then cut it smaller and make keychains out of that. I thought this would be super fun. You can have your kids draw like maybe all farm animals or a theme, or just Valentine's objects. And then you could create a sticker sheet. Have you guys seen those sticker sheets at the store where kids can color in their own? So it's just the outline and their stickers they can tear off, but they color in their own. How cute would it be if they made their friends little Valentine sticker sheets where they drew some hearts or other cute pictures? You scan them in, you can cut around them, and then you give them the sheet and their little friends can color them in. So there's so many fun ideas that you can do with this once you've got it as a cut file. Like the sky's the limit. You can put it anywhere. Okay, so it's now done cutting. And we are going to select this bottom arrow right here. This will unload our machine. And now we have all of these. I'm going to scoot this aside so we can work right here. I'm not sure that we're done using that, but I'm pretty sure. So I won't close it just yet. Okay. Yes.
Somebody asked what kind of paper or vinyl or sheet would you use for the color your own?
For color your own? Just so Silhouette actually has really great sticker paper. It's got a nice finish on it that holds color really well. But just, you can buy just like sticker sheets. Like they have full label stickers. That's like the full sheet. And print that out. I would say that when you go to cut it, I would like if it was this heart, remember when we did trace, you know what, should we pull this up real quick? I'm glad I didn't close this. You guys asked the question at the right time. So let's go back into here real quick. I got to share it with you again, huh? You can't see what I'm doing. Okay. So let's share the screen. There we go. So when we were tracing, let's select this. And we'll go back to our trace. And you'll select the area. Let's just do this one heart. Sorry, we're kind of over here. You can hit trace outer edge. And then when you pull that away, you see just the outer edge. So you could do that. So you could trace it. You would scan it in and then just hit outer edge. And it would trace the outer edge. Was it this one? And that is like right on it, but you can also offset it so that it has a little bit of a white border. So let me find where that is. Offset. Go to panels, offset. And in offset, we're going to select that one. See how now it's cutting out around it. It's giving you a border, and you can adjust how big or how small you want the border. Okay, and then you can see that this cut file, this cut line is still in there to cut around the center. So I'm going to delete that. Now you could set it up as a print and cut. So there's other videos that will show you how to print and cut. But you can print out just the black and then send it. So print it out with your whatever printer you have at home, and then you'll send it back through, and the silhouette will cut around the edge. And then they've got a little sticker so they can fill it in with color. And like I said, I've done a video showing you how to do print and cut with Michael's. You'll have to scroll back. I can't remember what project we were making for that, but it's in there. So look for my face, look for my name. It's from Silhouettes, and there will be a print and cut instruction, and it can teach you how to do the steps to print it and then cut it. But yeah, that's what I would do. I would just print it right on a full sheet of sticker paper, and I would set it up like that. Okay. Oh, where were we? We were right here. So now we are going to weed our cut file. Now I'm going to weed 100 hearts while you watch. Just kidding. We're not going to do all of them. That would be boring. And I can't sing to entertain you while we do it. So we're just going to weed the letters. Now, sometimes when I weed, like if it's a long skinny one, I'll kind of go like this and have my finger hold it while I'm pulling it away. And I like to just check. Oh, we just need to, that one needs a little help to stay down. The outside of the O. We just check as we're going. Good. And before I get too far, actually, you guys won't be able to see this because it's kind of hard to see the light. I'm just going to cut I love you apart from the hearts, okay? And that's going to make it easier to work with. Okay, so we're going to keep peeling out I love you. We got to get the top of that Y. There we go. Fold that in half so it doesn't stick all over everything. Okay, I'm going to weed out the center of the O, center of the E, and the O again. Oh, I moved it. Luckily, it's just like stickers and you can see the outline. Sorry, you guys, you're like probably getting dizzy watching that. So we're going to take out our O right there. And now that I've slit it, I've caused a real mess. And I'm sure you'll do that too. So there's how you fix that. Okay. Oh, and let's take off the triangle from our test cut. So now that we have I love you, I am going to take some, this was just vinyl, and I'm going to take some transfer paper, transfer tape, and we are going to cut this. It's about the same size, okay? And I'm sorry, trying to undo a sticker here. We'll stick that right there, okay? And as I press down, I'm gonna pull this back sheet off, okay? We're gonna use our spatula. Okay. Are you guys dying a little bit that I use so much extra transfer tape? Because I am. Sometimes I'm like, oh no, I wasted it. That's okay. Now you guys know I'm a cheapskate. The secret's out. Okay. Let's put that there. We've got our little mug. I tried to stick some tissue paper in here, so it wasn't completely clear, but I don't know if that's going to help us see it or not. Wouldn't this be so cute filled with Valentine candy? Or I don't know. It would be cute little notes. If this was to a grandparent or something, you could fill it with little notes from the family and some candy. I've got to do this harder. I was trying to just be quick about this, but I'm going to have to give it more oomph, huh? Okay. Apparently I can't talk and scrape at the same time. You guys, while I am scraping this, I would love for you to tell me if you guys crafted over the holidays or if you have any fun things you're crafting now. Tell McKenna. McKenna, you shout them out to me. I would love to hear some of the fun things you've been making. So I feel like we just finished with Christmas and that is like the maker season, right? You guys, I just barely use this. I don't know why I can't get it to stick now. We're gonna have to go like this. Oh, cute. Love that. What else have we got out there? I'm trying to think of some fun things I saw. Oh, ornaments. We had a neighbor once that made a home. What am I doing? You guys, it was working. Why didn't anybody stop me? I lost my mind. It was totally working. I was trying to peel it off the transfer tape. Oh my goodness. I hope they invite me back. Okay, here we go. It was totally working. I didn't have to scrape so hard. I just had to start using my brain. Have we all been there though? I think we've all been there, right? Okay. We're gonna stick this right on here now. Oh my goodness. I was like, how come this isn't working? I've done this a million times. You would have no idea I've done it a million times. Okay. It's not even a Monday. I should have it together by now. Okay, let's see if we've scraped it, if we've pressed it down enough. Yeah, look, when you pay attention, everything works out great. Here we go. Look at that. I love you. I do. I love all of you. You guys are the best. Okay, now, since we're putting these on random and they will all come off as one piece, I can just go like this and use them like stickers. Okay, we'll just place them all around here and make our little polka dots. Oh my goodness. I'm sure you guys all have silly crafting stories like what just happened now. But were you doing them live in front of everyone? That's where the real talent comes in. Okay, here we go. So we're just going to keep sticking them all the way around there. And while I am doing this, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask. Or tell me where you're from, or whatever you want. Let's chat. Or maybe I can't talk and do two things at once. I don't know if I've proven myself. Okay. I think we'll just stop there for now, right? That's enough. You guys get the idea. So we can stick them here. Guys, I think I'm like a little red, little flustered. That was so funny. Okay. I am so glad you guys joined me today for all of the goodness. We got to troubleshoot together. We got to see my brain finally turn on together. And I have had a great time. I always love coming to these classes and teaching you guys. I love hearing the messages after on Instagram of things that you've learned or loved. You can find me on Instagram at Amy Robison Designs. And I have a website, amyrobison.com. So you guys can go there. There's my cut files are in the Silhouette store. You guys, I've been in there for years and years. And one of my favorite things to do is to craft with kids, ta-da, and parties. I love doing parties. So if you guys are looking for party inspiration or holidays, a good theme, I love a good theme. Check it out there at the Silhouette store. It's just under my name, Amy Robison. So there you go. If there's not any more questions, I think we're done with the class. And then just remember that as you guys go to do this later and you gather your artwork, that you can watch this later and slow it down at your own pace, skip over, speed it up to where my brain catches up, right? And you guys can create your masterpieces at home with your children and they will love it. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day.